Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to High Top Sports Game Day. This show is, of course, brought to you by BetUS. We have a jam-packed show for you today. We're going to be talking about FSU, Miami. Can Norvell bounce back? Probably not, but there's always fun to have a little bit of hope. Then the Ducks face Illinois. Illinois has looked somewhat promising. Could this be a stumble game for the Ducks? Or the Ducks can continue to do what they've been doing? And then Jason, Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner. He got fight words first thing in the morning, so we're going to jump right into that while we introduce him, because he just told me that Oklahoma's brand is bigger than Florida. This is off the week of just saying that Texas was going to get bodied by Oklahoma. So I guess we're just 0-2 in our takes for the past 2 weeks.
Okay. I didn't know that this was news to you, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you that.
The Oklahoma logo I refuse to believe is bigger than Florida's. Refuse to believe that.
Well, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Well, good morning. Good to see you.
Matters, bro. Relevancy matters, but it's good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Did you guys score a touchdown last week?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Let me go.
Finally.
We got Cowboy Ty, who's not even at his station. That's absolutely phenomenal. Derek the Duck Zelmer. What's going on, Derek? Good to see you. You're feeling pretty good. Oh, look, I said the rest of the show is bottom feeder. We got 1-6. What is Oklahoma, like 2-5? I don't know. It's bottom. Oh, there's Cowboy Ty. You missed your intro there. Good to see you. Welcome back, Ty. We're gonna be talking with you with FSU.
Buddy, I'm doing things with the casino.
Yeah, I see it. You're working. I get it. Well, let's dive back into Jason, boys. Good to see you. Be sure to smash the like button. Again, this show is brought to you by BetUS. Smash the like button, subscribe, boys. Let's get into it. I can't believe you wanted to start this early in the morning with fighting words like that. That is just blasphemy to me. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be friends, and then you come
on. We're not. No, we're not. Since when?
We got the Sooners and Ole Miss today. I think I did an early season prediction for Oklahoma. I think I had them going 7-5. Could be worse now. Looks like it could be worse. I think I had them winning one of these games. I think you guys dropped. Who did you drop last week? South Carolina. I think I had you beating South Carolina, but I also had you losing to Auburn. So you're kind of probably where I had you, to be honest with you. So Ole Miss, I think I had you losing. And then who's your next 3 games after that?
So you've got next week is the main game, and then you go Mizzou.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mizzou, and it's Bama at home and LSU on the road.
Okay. Okay. It's looking a little daunting. The Mizzou game, you talked a lot of smack to Mizzou guys.
Fuck them.
Jason, he's lost for words. Well, how you fire your coaches? We're in shambles here at Oklahoma. What are we looking for today? What's the plan for Ole Miss?
I'm just hoping that they have some kind of offensive game plan that, includes not trying to block really good defensive ends with, your worst tight end. Yeah, it's not a great game plan. Look, it can't get worse, man. I mean, look, I was just looking at this. I even have a graphic. They are so bad on offense. There's no way that it could be worse. They are 128th in total offense, 132nd in yards per play. If it gets worse, listen, I think Brent Venables is basically, he had to fire him in order to just get to the next hire, because he kind of melded in, man. It's one of those things where you didn't feel like this was the right. I think that Oklahoma fans kind of did, because this is an Oklahoma guy. But the stuff that we're hearing around here, it was just not a good situation. Not a lot of communication between coaches, not a lot of communication with the players. Little weird little things going on. I don't know. They didn't even have a real quarterback coach. Kevin Johns is an analyst. They had him advanced scouting. I don't understand what was going on the offensive side of the ball. I think they're going to go after your boy. They're going to go after your boy's offensive coordinator in Oregon. So that's what we need.
We'll have to get onto that.
Come on,
you think somebody wants to leave Oregon to go to that dumpster fire in Oklahoma? We'll get with a duck on that.
Money talks, baby.
Are you in senile? Money talks. Oregon is literally pissing it out for fun. Like that is their brand.
They got to make everybody tell them no on this. Is all I'm saying, because you have I was talking about the offense, like that. The defense is loaded. They're one of the top teams in sacks, turnovers. They're like number 3 in forced fumbles. They get it done there. But if you don't put any points on the board, it doesn't matter.
Who do you miss more, Dylan Gabriel or Josh Heupel?
I don't know. Man, I really hate being here now. So yeah.
Look, I love it. I love you. Such a good sport. Look, it is funny, the tone. I've been in this position plenty of times. So 2 weeks ago with 2 weeks with Texas, there's no chance that they win. And this week, you're like, I don't know what we can do. Is there an X factor for today for you guys that's going to stand out and really maybe help? Is there a chance Oklahoma wins? I don't feel like your tone doesn't give me any vibe that you're feeling confident in today's game.
Man, I'm not going to predict a win. I mean, I think that they can. I think that they will do well enough on defense that you never know with Ole Miss. I mean, they don't exactly show up to play every time they get on the field either. So they call Lane Kiffin Lane Whiffin for a reason. I don't know. I don't expect a win. I think it's closer. I think they cover. But any kind of improvement, and this isn't a game that you probably expected to win even coming into the season if you were at your top. This is one of those games that, hey, on the road with a team like this, they got a really good defense. Their offense is able to go. But I don't think, as I said, I don't think you can get worse. I think if they just simplify the offense and make it, do something that makes a little bit of sense, there's no way that you could ever expect to be this shitty as they have been on that side of the ball. So I don't know, man, if they, maybe they figure something out this week. Brand new play caller, so I don't know. Shit.
Boomer Sooner is down bad.
I just don't know what to say.
I hope
they do.
It's not even fun to make fun of him anymore. Look, Lane Whiffen does have his, his moments where he does whiff a few, and I feel like the defense may be able to keep you guys in it for a little bit. But hey, welcome to the SEC, big guy. It's
you have to put the points on the board. That's all there is to it.
It just means a little bit more over here. Let me. We'll get back to you. We're gonna get to the Duck here in just a few, so we'll get his thoughts and opinions on you still and their offensive coordinator. Don't go anywhere though. Don't leave us. We want to get your takes at the end of the show. Oklahoma, Jason there from Boomer Sooners. Thank you for Jason for being a good sport. It's tough right now. I understand his frustration. I don't know if he's gonna come back on after this one. I asked him to come on last night. All he responded back was a middle finger. I figured, okay, good. He's good to go. Let's talk. We're talking bottom of the barrel right here. And Cowboy, the mood's going to be the same with this conversation. I didn't realize what I was going into, but both of these guys were just in the gutter before the show even started of like, no shot this goes anywhere. We got the Noles versus the Canes. Even the Duck was really excited for this game. Oh, wait, you're muted. Hold on, Ty. Hold on.
Coach Klein is a better coach than Norvell. It's got to be his predecessor. It's the only thing that makes sense. Coach's guy, idiot guy. Like, this is what we got going on right now.
There's a little bit of optimism, I think I would say, from some FSU fans, but there's zero spewing from you right now. You're not feeling good about this game at all.
But what is there to feel good about? We turned the ball over on 3 straight plays against Duke. 3 straight plays. I think it was a fumble pick. I think one went to the house. I mean, Cam Davis over there, he's dropping footballs. I mean, our quarterback's in shambles. We don't DJ. It don't matter who it is. They stink. It's a coaching standpoint. There's no other way around to even try to justify it. And I've said it, and I'll say it again. Norvell needs to go hand his paycheck over to Jordan Travis. Thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate it because I can tell you, without Jordan Travis, he stinks. He is Coach Klein. He is Coach Klein without Bob Boucher.
Luke Krummenhoek is getting a start today. Is that right? The freshman?
That sounds. I mean, buddy, we might as well start me. Like, I don't know. Like, I still got some clearance. So, like, we're good. I only played 2 years.
So this game is there's no chance for FSU. You think it's going to be a blowout, but in the other way?
I'm going to tell you that Miami is going to take out some frustration over the last couple of years, and they are going to try to shove it down our throats. Cam Ward's going to have his Heisman moment today. He's going to put himself right in the mix. He's actually now to actually take the Heisman, and I think that they're going to try and get it to him, and they want to do it by shoving it right down Florida State's throat. There's no getting around it.
You know what's funny? I feel like this is no shot to Miami. Our buddy Dave likes to take shots at Miami. They're not that great of a football team, and I haven't really beat anybody of caliber to be honest with you, and the rest of their schedule, they've got a clean slate to the ACC championship. And it's almost like the Heisman is falling the same way for the team. Everything's just falling down in front of them. And this isn't a shot tournament. It is what it is. But Cam Ward, he's been good enough, but everyone else is going down. Quinn Ewers is falling apart. Carson Beck falls apart. Jalen Milroe falls apart. Travis Hunter gets injured, right? These people that are easily in front of him in the Heisman race essentially pull themselves out of it. And now he's just kind of sitting there. It's like, well, I'm still here. I haven't messed up too poorly. Now, I think, it's Josh and Genty's to lose, but you're right. He's back in the conversation just given what's happened in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, so look, when people can say what they want about Cam Ward, and I know everybody's going to hate Cam Ward on the show because he's from Miami and blah, blah, blah. But that guy does not let that team lose. He gives 100% heart every single time. When he's in the gun, and he is a gunslinger, he will take some chances that he probably shouldn't take. But you live and you die by that because what he produces, the points that he produces, you're going to accept that 1 or 2 turnovers, 7-4 touchdowns that he might throw. I mean, opening week, I'll never forget when he was rolling to his left against Florida, and he just turned his shoulders, threw a dot in the back of the end zone like 35 yards down the field, and it was an absolute BB. I mean, I was super impressed with that throw. He looked like he was playing – week 1, he literally looked like he was just playing in the backyard. Like, it was so smooth. It was just like he'd just run, jog out of bounds. Like, and don't get me wrong, Florida's gotten better since then. But, like, when I watched him against Louisville last week and against Virginia Tech on Thursday, he made plays that were like – he was just improvising, and he was just playing in his backyard, but it was all in rhythm. It was all like it was just a pure, awesome thing to watch, and that's what I like about Cam Ward is he just finds a way to win.
For sure. Do you have an X factor today for FSU, or was it on the other team possibly?
Let's take Luke. Why not? Let's just take Luke. I mean, he's his first start. Like, he's got to be an X factor. He's got to be something we've never seen. He can't be any damn worse. Hell, let's go Luke. I like Luke. He's my guy today. Go get him, Luke.
You think he could be the DJ Lagway for the Seminoles today?
If we only have to throw the ball 14 times and win, yes.
Hey, you need 5 tutties from Cam Davis. Your freshman quarterback or running back
He's got
hasn't
to
been.
hold on the ball first, buddy. He's got to hold on the damn ball. Like, he fumbled it too. Like, we made. I'm speechless, buddy. You've had me speechless on this show twice. One, talking about my team, which is a sad, sad day in the world. And another, when you gave me that question about the shirt, I was like, what the hell is he talking about shirts?
The caller, yeah. I love it. Well, look, good luck to you guys today in the ass open that you guys are about to receive from Miami and Mario Cristobal. There's 2 Cristobal teams playing today, Miami and the Oregon Ducks, which we're going to get into in just a few moments. Before we do, let's get into what the show is brought to you by, which is, of course, BetUS. I'm feeling good about today's parlay pick'ems. Here, I fell short last week, and I told you how to bring back Tyler, but I lied because Bama screwed me last week, and I don't feel like I should have to carry the weight on that one. So this one I'm feeling pretty good about. Mizzou and Vandy.
Leadway and I don't.
What's that?
How come you get leadway and I don't?
I'm the host.
Never win. Ever. Either one of you guys never win. Why do you
guys.
do this?
Hey. Stay in the green room. All right, boys. We got our parlay for the week. Side note. I have Mizzou Vandy money line parlay. $20 to pay out 900. If you want to tail it with me, rock and roll. I don't know, man. I like Mizzou against Bama. The fact that Bama is favored by 16, have they showed you any promise that they should be favored by 16? But at the same tune, I guess Mizzou getting just wallywhopped by A&M makes people feel a little concerned of, hey, they shouldn't be, I guess, favored either. But I don't know. 16 seems like a lot. 10, I'd a little more sus. 16, I think, is an absolute steal. Then Vandy. Vandy feels like they can't lose. They lost to Georgia State, which I'm scratching my head on. They beat Bama. They believe they can beat anybody. They got Diego. It's at home. This place is going to be rowdy. I think they put in extra seats for this game. I love plus 17.5 against Texas. I think Quinn Ewers and the boys, they're a little rattled after playing in the SEC. And I think this SEC Vandy team, they're not quite too familiar. Then the Hoosiers. -5 against Washington. I think Indiana continues to roll. This could be a little bit of one of those hiccup games where they get caught sleeping just because of all the hype that's been around this game. But I like the Hoosiers. Washington hasn't looked very promising. They've had some big wins. They beat Michigan, which not too great. But I think Indiana claps them like they clapped Nebraska last week. So that's your 3-leg parlay. Head over to betus.com. Use the code YouTube150 to get back 150% on your first deposit, then $125 on your second 2, up to $2,000. That's betus.com. Slide on this parlay. And again, if you want to get dicey with it, throw $10, $15, $20 Look, it's a wild one. I understand that, but it's a fun one to say the least. So that's what I got for that. We got Derek the Duck joining us. That's not the Duck. What's did we lose the Duck? There he is. What Duck? You're losing your offensive coordinator. We got guys talking about Mario Cristobal's Oregon. Like, what's happening here, dude? You're undefeated, number one team in the country. Zero respect for you guys. How are you feeling today, big guy?
Well, I mean, this is Mario's team. He did build the program single-handedly. I consider him the savior of the University of Oregon. So, love Mario for that. And as for the OC thing, bro, he's onto something. Will Stein, I would not be shocked if Will Stein is not a Duck on the Duck staff next year. It's just like, it reminds me a lot of the Kenny Dillingham situation where Kenny Dillingham came in, set the world on fire with Bo Nix in year one, and then, got his shot at Arizona State. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Will Stein get his opportunity somewhere. So, I mean, I just see
next guy up. Next guy up. We got Dan Laney. That's all that you need.
Yeah. Dan has knocked out every coaching hire he's made to this point on this Oregon staff. So it's one of those things where, it sucks. And, you're always going to be a little bit nervous when you lose a key piece like that. But at the same time, like, he has given me zero reason not to trust who he would bring in next. So, it is what it is.
I love you. You got Illinois today. Luke Altmaier. That team has looked sound at points. Loses to Penn State. I believe they lost last week. Or no, they won last week, I think, against Michigan. Yeah, they handled their business. So this is a good game right here. You guys are favored by, I think, like 21 points. Might be a little aggressive. Might be a little disrespectful to Illinois. This could be one of those little games where you guys get caught up where nobody's truly looking at it, just given the surrounding games that are around. Again, Texas Vandy's a little bit sexy. Mizzou, Alabama's another fun one as well. Obviously, FSU, Miami. I'm excited to see this game. I think it's another true test of the Big Ten to see what the Ducks are able to do. How you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm really interested for this matchup, honestly. I know when the prof and we shot our show yesterday, one thing we talked about is like Illinois, they are the prototypical Big Ten team just in kind of how they approach their offense, what their offensive identity looks like, what they are on defense. Like, they are that team. And I think this is going to be Oregon's real, like, when people say, you're not ready for the Big Ten, like, this is kind of like what they're alluding to. And I'm like, it's Illinois. I really like Oregon's odds today. They're really rolling at this point. Dan, he really does not strike me as the type of coach that's going to let, all the media noise kind of get ahead of him. That they shut down media availability this week, which they typically do at home for ranked matchups. So fair enough. But I think the Ducks are going to come out and roll these guys, to be real honest. Illinois is a team where they don't necessarily have any particular unit where they are elite. Like, you're not going to look at them and say, the quarterback play is top tier, All-American caliber. Same thing with the wide receiver room. Like, they have guys. That's not what I'm saying, but they're not great at any one particular thing, but they are very sound. And I think that's kind of where Oregon could get caught up in some of the noise, because Illinois, they're not a team that tends to shoot themselves in the foot very often. And Oregon, they're going to need to play sound to win the game. Now, with that being said, Illinois did just give up 49 points to Purdue at home the other week, and Purdue's offense is absolutely atrocious. So, there's definitely holes there. But honestly, I really like that 20-point spread for the Ducks. Damn it, Muddy Watt. No, the Ducks are not cooked. All right. You know what, Muddy? I want you to call in to our post-game show. You come call in. We'll talk about it after the game's over this afternoon when the Ducks roll Illinois by probably, 28 points.
The Ducks are cooked. I love it. Just so simple. Imagine if ESPN Game Day would just throw comments up while people were talking. That'd be gold. Look, I think you're right, though, that this is going to be 3 weeks in a row now you're playing in the Big Ten competition, and it's not your typical Pac-12 where you have, like, basically two good teams and the rest of them are just swingers, right? This is what the kind of the wear and tear starts to set into play. Oklahoma's finding out about that this year, playing in the SEC, where you don't have your 9 cupcake games. You're just constantly being battered, and how do you overcome those things? And look, I actually was thinking about this the other day. There is separation between these leagues, the SEC, the Big Ten, the Big 12, and again, most of it comes down to the trenches. But I think Dan has done a great job of transforming this Oregon team to be as Big Ten ready, which we speak to that a lot. And again, I speak to it more on the trench side of things, of how do you handle this defense, the suffocating defense, the ground and pound style of football, which is completely different from that West Coast style. And he's bringing a little bit of a hybrid model to it, which I think is going to work fantastic for him. I think they'll be just fine against Illinois, but I think it should be a good one. Who's your breakout star, your X factor for the Ducks today?
Yeah, I got to go back to Evan Stewart once again. He's someone who is just starting to hit his stride in an Oregon uniform over the last 2 weeks. He's had dang near 150 yards against Ohio State and a touchdown. Last week had another solid performance. I think this is going to be another opportunity for him to make his presence felt. Dan and co, they brought in Evan Stewart to kind of be that big playmaker. In Illinois, they are susceptible to the big play. So I think we're going to see him get the ball in open space today, and he could have a big day on the stat sheet.
I love it. Well, Derek the Duck, oozing confidence, as he should, as the number one team in the country, feeling pretty good. Do you think at this point you guys would be here? Or do you feel like you'd be someone else being funny, like a Georgia or Bama?
No, we knew it the whole time. Hey, go back to our February shows. We were figuring out where I'm going to hang the banner after this year. So it's, I'm still on the train.
All right, boys, let's get into high top table talk with the rest of the gents. Good to see you. Happy to have all your beautiful faces back, boys. Jason, I believe you're muted on your side, big guy. We've got 3 questions here. How it works, you get 45 seconds to give me your best answer. Obviously, I am extremely biased, however your question fits best to me. The more points that you get. Sorry if you don't like the rules. That's how we play around here. But we're in for a good one, for a doozy. Let me get the time clock pulled up here, and then rock and roll. We'll do Derek. We'll go with you first on the first question, then Ty, then Jason. Any questions, gents? All right.
Don't give me any short questions.
We've played.
Smash the like button, boys. Let's get into it. I think we've got Ty's 1-1, Jason's 1-1. Have you won before, Jason? Right? You won, I think, a few weeks ago. Duck, you haven't won. You haven't won yet, have you, Duck?
We're not here to talk about that. We're here for business.
Okay, just seeing how this thing was matching up. This could be a doozy. Could be a doozy. We're in for. There's no Jake Crane or Blaine Crane to blow Tyler out of the water this week. So that one's a good one last week. that was a good time. All right, let's get into the first question here. Let me stop this. Which team is more surprising to you this year? The Indiana Hoosiers going undefeated. Pitt just absolutely bodying Syracuse. They're still undefeated. Alabama, not Tucker Churchson, having 2 losses. Could find another one on their schedule later on. Or Navy, undefeated. A lot of surprising team here. A lot of shocking things. Which one's more shocking to you, Duck?
Yeah, I mean, to me personally, the one that kind of took me by so was Pitt. And it's not necessarily because they're as good as they, it's the fashion in which they are winning. Offensively, defensively, Pitt has been extremely sound, blowing their opponents out of the water. I think if you were able to watch them last week, what did we see? 3 pick sixes by that Pitt defense. They're just extremely aggressive. They don't shoot themselves in the foot whatsoever. And they're like a turnover machine. And, one thing Pitt's got going for them is their schedule moving forward. I think Pitt's got a very, very favorable schedule, and there's a great chance that we see them in a conference championship game.
I love it. Cowboy Ty?
Yeah, honestly, buddy, I've been saying that Pitt's got a chance to win the ACC, so I'm definitely going to take Pitt also after what I've seen. Eli Holstein, once again, the Alabama transfer, I love the kid. I think he's going to be a very, very good for that football team moving forward. And Desmond, the running back Desmond Reed, this guy is NFL talent, and Pitt has been known to put some NFL guys in the league that have been very good. It reminds me of Shady McCoy back in the day. And I can tell you, the kid can catch, the kid can move. I think he's had over 100 yards receiving twice. I think he's gone he has like 8-9 touchdowns over the last couple of weeks. He is the key that moves them. And Holstein is very, very good at taking care of the football. And if the defense can get 5 picks against Kyle McCord, I don't know. They've got a shot.
So much for Kyle McCord winning the Heisman, huh? I was a little cold on that take.
I was thinking that too.
I was dying last night, bro. I'm like Jason, who were just swinging and missing. Oh, hey, Jason. Anyways,
called Kyle McCord for the Heisman.
On our Monday Massive Show, bro, he was like through week 2, he had 8. He was leading the league in touchdowns and yards, and their schedule looked promising. Syracuse seemed to have like a little bit of a rhythm. I was like, he could kind of slowly get it done. He looked good. The first 3 weeks, he looked promising. Ty was on board. Ty was on board. I wasn't by myself. Jason, what you got?
Yeah, you have to be by yourself. Dude, it can't be anybody but Alabama being stumbling the way they are. They lost to freaking Vanderbilt, for God's sakes, for the first time in 40 years. I mean, what are we talking about? Pitt? We're talking about Pitt? Are you serious? You guys are making this too easy. It's Alabama. Jalen Milroe, 1 week he looks great, or 1 half he looks great. The next, he's throwing the ball into the dirt. I don't know what to think of this team. They can't stop anybody. They stop themselves. That's about it. But I just don't know what's going on with this football team. I think that Kalen DeBoer, not ready to like completely write them off because he's won so many games with such less talent. But I don't know that he's not just one of those coaches that does really good with lesser talent, but doesn't really know what to do with elite talent.
I can't believe nobody picked Indiana. I mean, it's Indiana.
It's the Big Ten. Who gives a shit?
It's their coach, man. Their coach. I expected their coach to do well. I just
here we go. Google me. Come on. Nobody expected Indiana. Not only are they undefeated, it's the fact and the fashion that they're doing it. They are dominating. They are bodying everybody that they are playing. Look, Pitt.
I'm waiting to see how they play with Jackson today. If they play well with Jackson, there's going to be now we got something brewing.
Okay, true, because their quarterback went down. Fair enough. So if they rock and roll today, then they're back in business. I think you're right. Pitt got pilgrimaged with the portal. I'm shocked as well. So that one was obviously another one. Bama, I like Bama too. I think you could almost toss up that the schedule can play a little bit of a factor. I think, the board may be a little bit over his head. It is still shocking, but they've had more of a change, I would say, and a little more adversity. But all in all, good answers. Navy was a fun one. They're undefeated, but they're kind of one of those teams.
They're going to win today.
They win today. They could be a little more of a shock of a team as well.
You guys never win on those freaking pick'em things, man. This is why you're talking stupid shit like Navy's going to beat Notre Dame.
Navy's going to body the boys.
Have you ever won anything betting, guys? For real?
I won $20,000 last year in a 10-teamer.
Yeah, tell them, Ty.
But did you all lose it all back yet, Ty? Is it all gone now?
Absolutely not, because when you do
I
those
win all the time.
10-teamers, you can't lose it all back.
Hey, look, just because you guys haven't scored a touchdown in 2 weeks, don't take your frustration out on us, okay? Our freshman running back had more than you guys in the last month, all right? You just simmer down. Keep your feelings to yourself. All right, next up, we got Tyler going first here. Who's on upset alert? Washington. Do they take down Indiana? Vandy taking down Texas, or Navy? We kind of just heard Tyler's answer, taking down Notre Dame. Which team's on upset alert today?
Well, I can tell you, you know who I'm taking. It's Navy without a damn question. It's because Notre Dame has struggled against them and that offense in the past, and I expect them to do it the same today because they're a lot better and more talent on that side of the ball than they've had over the years. Now, Navy or Notre Dame, on the other hand, Riley Leonard has been suspect to turn the football over. And I think that if Riley Leonard is going to be that Riley Leonard today, I think Navy not only covers the 14, but also has a chance to win the football game and make that Army-Navy game even more spectacular because Army will also see Notre Dame. And they're going to lose to both Armed Force teams this year. And you heard it here first. And I can't wait for the Golden Domers just to get absolutely just in shell shock of not making the playoff because they lose to both Armed Forces.
Jason?
Yeah, I'm not even going there. I think Vanderbilt beats Texas today, man. This is easy. This is so easy for me. If Vanderbilt beats Texas, Diego Pavia gonna throw. You gotta believe. You gotta believe, man. Look, I don't know what's going on with Texas. They did not look very good. You have a situation where apparently there's not a quarterback controversy. Only there is. What are they gonna do when they get there and all those crazy fans from Vandy? They're going to make Quinn cry probably. He's going to have to go to the locker room for a while. So, I mean, they're going to have a chance. I think Vandy finds a way to do what they did to Alabama. They're at home. Diego. It's all Diego, baby. Let's go.
I love how you just put like all the things he's saying. It's like, yeah, they got a quarterback controversy. So does Oklahoma. Coaching is simple. So is Oklahoma.
You didn't ask me about
You're right. I'm sorry. I know. It's just fun. I love it. I think it's a skill to be able to turn
Dora the Explorer? Like, what is going on here?
Diego. Duck, what do you got, baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vandy as well, and I don't necessarily think can guarantee they're gonna pull off an upset, but it's just I'm really curious to see how Texas bounces back after last week. Particularly with kind of with the turmoil in that quarterback room. Like you said, it's like, I don't think it's one of those things where they will ever come out and say that there is a little bit of controversy there, but you can feel it. Even when Arch went in for his couple series last week, you can feel that around the program. And I'm just curious how the Texas, navigates this turbulence. And then, yeah, obviously Diego Pavia, that dude has been lighting the college football world on fire. Just given what he's able to do against Alabama and then the rest of the year as well. Like, he's just a spark plug in that offense, where that's one of those things where you can't just sit back and bank on it being your prototypical Vandy offense, because it's not. He really elevates it and opens up things on the outside as well as the run game. So Vandy's a dangerous team, man.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I think there is a little bit of a lack of identity in the quarterback room at Texas. It seems doesn't trust Quinn too much, and tries to go to Arch to see if he could be a spark there, and then Arch doesn't provide it either. I'm not sure he's managed this transition from one quarterback to the other. Again, we've talked about this between Florida and Billy. I think he did do a good job with kind of nurturing DJ Lagway in with Graham Mertz of having set plays for him to be in after having those good starts. Look, Arch comes in, looks fantastic. You have somebody now, so should you find a way to try to bring him in throughout those games, which he doesn't. He sits him out once Quinn comes back, and it's like, okay, this is our guy. You make that statement, but the fact that you switch in the middle of a Georgia game, the biggest game of the year, shows that you are lacking the confidence, and you switch right back. There's definitely a little bit of turmoil there for sure. Just Jason's chomping at the bits here.
You're killing me here. I gave you the whole damn thing to talk about, you and Ty, and I'm in the end here. I
just lack of energy. Just lack of energy, dude. You're just not bringing it today. You said Diego like 9 times.
Diego. I saw a stat the other day. Diego's got the dog meter of any other quarterback. He had a 99.9 dog rating over Jalen Hurts. It's 99.8.
He also said spark plug. I loved his description of Diego. The duck used spark plug. You're not bringing it today, Jason. What do you? You're like your offense. You're lethargic. Wake up. What do you want from me?
It's only 7:30 here.
Hey,
he really doesn't like losing these things.
No, it's like his team. You guys show up lethargic and then getting pissed at me. Like, well, I'm just the ref.
Hey, shut up. I'm gonna leave.
All right, last question. Wake up, pumpkin. All right, put this shit on me. You're first, so knock it out of the park. Which of these 3 teams has the best chances of making the playoffs? Eli Mizzou, Lane Whiffen, and Jason's words, and Ole Miss, or Alabama? Kalen DeBoer. Jason?
Damn. Yeah, I guess just by the virtue of the amount of talent that they have, I'm no way I'm picking freaking Eli Drinkwitz or Lane Whiffen. There's no way. I think that, no. It's got to be the new guy, Kalen DeBoer. I don't know. I would feel like none of them are going to the playoff, to be honest with you, if we're talking about it. But I do feel like if you're going to, you got to go with the talent. The talent's still there. They still have the number 1 talent roster in the country at Alabama. If they figure anything out on defense, they should be fine. But I don't know. I don't feel good about any of this. It is what it is.
I took a point away because I don't have the number 1 talent team composite. I think it's Ohio State, and then it's Georgia, then it's Texas.
But no.
Oh, we got a challenge.
Oklahoma?
Can we get a Sans fact check? Because I'm pretty sure it's not Bama.
It was Bama still. According to 247 on 3, both of them had Bama as number 1. No,
shit.
But yeah, on 3 is kind of stupid.
I got 2024. It is Alabama. Fuck. All right. Point back on the board.
You better give that man his point back right now.
I can't believe it.
Oh. Yeah,
Oklahoma's 7, winning 4 games. That's pathetic. Anyways, we got Derek the Duck. Talk to me, Derek.
Yeah, same thing here. I don't feel comfortable with any of them, but I would just have to give it to Alabama strictly because of their name. Like, it's just what it is. It's the brand, it's the logo, and that's exactly what could propel them into that situation. And then, Kalen DeBoer is not a bad head coach. It's like, obviously we were able to see what he's able to do at Washington and take him to a national championship game, albeit lost. But they're too talented of a team, and they just have too much there to be able, or to be as shitty as they are in all phases. The defense is atrocious. There's no reason for that. The offense should be great, and they have flashes, but they're so inconsistent. Special teams has been ass all year. So it's like Alabama doesn't know who they are right now. But I guess because they got the big A, they got the little A logo, I guess we give it to them.
The little A logo is what's going to get them on get the W. I love it. They have definitely lacked an identity this year. Ty?
I mean, I want to say Alabama, but I'm never putting an Alabama team into the playoff that has 2 losses and lost to damn Vanderbilt. It just ain't damn happening. So at the end of the day, I as much as I hate, and I don't really like any of them like everyone else, but I would take Ole Miss. And the only reason is Ole Miss probably has only one more, tough game on their schedule. Georgia, obviously, I don't think they can beat them, but otherwise, they play Mississippi State at home. They get Florida, which I do think is going to be a very tough game for them, and they get Arkansas today. Or not today. I'm sorry. They get Oklahoma today, and then they get Arkansas next week. So I just think that the schedule produces more chances for them to win and pull one upset compared to the others. One has a loss to Vanderbilt, and I just can't. I'm sorry. Alabama, Vanderbilt just doesn't go well with me. You haven't lost. Once again, they were 0-60. 0-60. That is nuts.
Bama could lose today. I feel like we're kind of sleeping on that. Bama could lose today. Ole Miss does not lose today. This isn't a big game for Ole Miss, though. So, like he said, they don't. I mean, I guess Georgia would be a big game for them to win, and that probably more
about the playoffs. You're asking about the playoffs. They still got to play Georgia, and they never win big games. Never.
They only got to pay one upset. That's what I said. One upset compared to a ton. It's just a Vandy team. I just can't put you in. I'm sorry.
I mean,
can't put you in losing to Vandy.
Rules are rules, Jason. You should have woke up earlier and had your coffee. I don't know what to tell you, big guy. This isn't my fault.
I can't believe this.
The duck waddled in. The duck's just sitting on number one. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever. We're the number one team in the country. You can have your stupid little high top game day show victories, you idiot. To Cowboy Ty, give me your 30 seconds of love here, baby. Talk to me.
Listen, man, I officially now have more wins than FSU. I mean, first of all, that's impressive. Second of all, what a great college football time we have had so far, man. I think I've read where there is, 35 teams that are literally in the conversation to actually make a playoff run. That is what we've always wanted to see, more than just top 4 teams. You get some of these like Boise State Broncos are going to get to show what they got if they get to the playoff. And you get teams like the Army and Navy game, which could be a big game if they become one of the top ranked out of their conference. It's the top 5 ranked conference teams in their conference. So once again, this is what we've wanted to see in the college football world. It's keeping me interested when my team's 1-6, I can tell you, along with this show. So I just like where college football is. If we get this nil stuff right, I think it's going to be very, very awesome moving forward. So college football seems to be in a pretty good spot.
It is in a fun and sexy place. And also, real quick, Austin Rogers, big fan of the show, longtime member as well, just put on our Discord that he's having baby number 2. Hopefully that's can be public knowledge, because it is now. So shout out to Austin. Baby number 2 on the way. I saw him in the chat earlier. Hope maybe he's still here. Shout out to Mama. Make sure you take care of her. No more old fashions and hanging out with the crew. But boys and girls, fantastic show as always. Jason, we appreciate you coming on here and taking the whippings.
Yeah, I'm just still trying to wonder. The guy picked Navy to beat Notre Dame and Ole Miss to go to the playoff, and he wins the fucking game.
I didn't pick Ole Miss. I answered the question.
Look, he makes valid points, Jason. It's not always about having the right answer. It's about having the best answer.
None of them make it.
Sure. Okay.
If Navy, I'll tell you something. If Navy wins, you better be back next week. That's all I got to tell you, buddy.
Everybody knows where to find me, Ty. Everybody knows where to find me.
You also said that Oklahoma was going to beat Texas. Where delusional are you?
If you admit when I told you that your take that this Texas defense was trash was cold, I'll give you a point.
It is going to help me. Fuck you.
I'll give you a point and a half.
No.
I love it. Gents, as always, Jason, tell them where they can find you, man. Tell them where they can go scoop up the tears.
Hall of Fame college football at CFB at HOF-CFB. You can find me there, or at JW_HOF on the X-Bird. Come check it out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Derek, where can they find you, man?
You can find me at High Top Oregon on Twitter and YouTube. It's people on here, they're used to seeing my beautiful face, so I look forward to continuing to see
Are you
everybody.
okay? Cough.
What are you talking about?
You're choking on me. Sounds like you're choking.
Well,
right now.
it's like we don't get to be number one very often. It's just a big moment for me.
I see that. Hey, did you guys see that UCF is favored by 2 against BYU today?
Yeah. It's because Ja'Cory Brown. That's the reason. Him and RJ Harvey running the football. That's literally been the difference for that football team.
You liked -2? I mean, I feel like BYU like money line all day.
This is going to be my casino knowledge here with me working in the casino. These are called gold sheet plays. When the ranked team is a dog in the game, it's called a gold sheet play. It comes through 67% of the time on the other side, just for the record.
What does that mean?
So that means like the team that's ranked usually doesn't cover.
They don't get it done.
So they say the ranked team that if they're a dog in the game, it's called a gold sheet play, which means you take the unranked team and it comes through 67% of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So take
Now,
UCF.
just betting knowledge. That's all that. I mean, that's casino.
That's just playing
betting.
the odds. That's just playing the numbers.
Yeah, you're playing the numbers at that point. Like even if like it doesn't always work, but you're playing the numbers.
Wow.
Trust me, that smells on today, huh?
We're talking about numbers, Jason. Quit using your emotional towel in this one. He's just reporting numbers.
Analytical.
He literally gave you an analytical fact. You can't go against a proven number. It's a number.
Why are you yelling? Jesus.
We are
love
in
it.
shambles over
You
here.
just get a wealth of knowledge from Cowboy Ty here, and you just piss all over it. Like,
I gotta shit on. Hey, it was the worst takes ever on freaking
those
table.
were not bad
And you
takes.
made me win.
I hope
I'm never
if Navy bodies Notre Dame, you have to come back on here and take an absolute. You can't say anything for 5 minutes, and we just get to make fun of you. Like that's the only way. Like you were doubling down on this. We were gonna let it.
Do I get to come back?
No,
Do I get to come up with
no, because
Notre
he just had a
Dame
take.
bodies?
You're trying to you're doubling down 3 times on how bad his take is.
I picked Ole Miss because they play Georgia at home, and that's the only team they're going to have to.
That's a good point.
The other ones are going to be right.
That's a good point. The schedule, he makes a good point, is that the task at hand is much easier out of these 3 teams.
Doug, what do you think the odds are that freaking Georgia doesn't boat race those assholes?
Georgia's falling next weekend.
This isn't about what I think. This is about what I think. This is about what we needed to hear. The people needed to hear.
What about you think?
He said this is for the people.
Points for
You said
Ty.
Alabama's most disappointing team, and now you're putting them in the
Point for Ty.
playoffs. Like, what
Point
the
for
hell's
Bye
going on?
bye.
Oh Lord. So the
really-
problem is Jason uses arguing the mic with himself, right? So there's nobody there to tell him that he's wrong. So he's not used to the back and forth. He doesn't understand how this works. He doesn't tell himself that he's wrong.
Right, combos. Yeah. Just make a point. We make a point. You make a point. That's how it goes.
What I've learned is that it's when you realize when you don't have good friends around you, when people don't have like the accountability, it's like you don't have good friends telling you that hey, you're an idiot. Jason's thankful to have us to be good friends to tell him that he's an idiot. You know, he just doesn't appreciate it right now. That's all.
He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, he just doesn't know. He doesn't realize it yet. But it's gonna come around and like, man, I really appreciate this guy's kind of let me know what's up. Boys, I love you guys as always. Good to see you. Appreciate y'all tuning in as always. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's absolute maddening as always. Be sure to check out BetUS. Smash the like button. Subscribe. We'll probably be popping in throughout the day as there are some big games set for 4 p.m., 4 o'clock. Check out that UCF game. Gold sheet game. We learned something today, boys. I love that. I wasn't going to, but now analytics have me fired up. 67% of the time. Underdog gets it done. RJ Harvey, Corey Brown. I like for a little BYU fall. I know Muddy's going to be in shambles. I love it. You guys be good. I'll see you. Peace and love, baby.